Hello, yogis, and welcome to our restorative practice. Today's practice, we are going to focus on releasing, letting go, and surrender. So if there's something in your life that you're really wanting or having a hard time dealing with, having a hard time letting go of or working through, we are going to physically use our yoga practice to physically feel the body release, to allow that to translate to release and surrender in our mind and our heart. I believe that surrender helps us to accept and find peace in situations. So for today's practice, my name is Jill Entignap, the lead trainer and founder of Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio, and I'm super happy to have you here with me. For today's practice, it is a restorative practice, and in any restorative practice you take with me, you'll always use props. So I have 2 blankets, a bolster, and 2 blocks. Now, if you're at home practicing, which most likely you are, know that instead of a bolster, you can use a long, firm pillow. I do recommend to have some firmness in it, like even from your bed or anything like that. Blocks, anything that brings a little bit of height. So you could use books, you could use shoe boxes, you could use anything, Tupperware containers, anything that gives a little bit of height. But you could also use folded up towels instead of blocks, folded up blankets instead of blocks, or extra pillows. Same thing with your blankets. Towels always work really well. Anything that you have around the house. And the intention behind the blankets is just to bring some extra comfort into the body. So let's first start in a bit of a guided visualization. Flip your palms, palm facing down, and get nice and tall from the sit bones through the crown of the head. Parallel the chin to the floor and close down your eyes. If sitting cross-legged is uncomfortable for you, feel free a different way. There's always take your blocks and just place them underneath your knees to create a little bit more comfort through the hips. So placing those palm facing down and really feel the sit bones connected to the floor and the crown lengthening toward the ceiling. As you close down your eyes and draw your awareness inward, take a moment to connect to anything that you'd like to let go of, anything that is holding you back, anything that is challenging you, anything that is causing you pain or suffering. And just allow yourself to connect and feel what all of those feelings feel like. And in this moment, know that you're safe to feel and that stepping into the feelings is a part of the healing process, a part of the acceptance process, a part of the discovering peace process. Let's start to anchor into our breath. As we inhale, send the breath deep into the belly, filling the lungs, expand and pause. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out, let it go. 2 more, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. Again, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. Let's take a few more rounds of deep breath here. And I really encourage you to really let the shoulders fall heavy. Feel that release. Feel the release of the sit bones into the floor. Actively search within the body or anything that you can let go of, anywhere that you're holding tension. Let yourself be soft. Let yourself feel. And in this moment, as the body is letting go, as the body is surrendering, affirm that no matter what you're going through, you're going to be okay. No matter what you're going through, you're going to make it through the other side, whatever that looks like. And notice as you say that, did some tension creep into your body? It did for me. I too am dealing with some very challenging things in my life. And in this moment, the idea of letting go, the idea of surrender feels hard. So I just want you to know that if you're experiencing the same thing in your body, in your heart, in your mind, that you're not alone. Let's repeat together. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. As you soften and surrender, open your heart and your mind to clarity. Clarity in the direction to move forward. Clarity in how to trust and who to trusting the process. Clarity and faith in the idea that no matter what, this circumstance or situation is for my own evolution and ultimately my growth and my highest good, my soul's highest good, my heart's highest good. I know that's hard to hear sometimes. So we have set the foundation to help us to release and let go. Now let's embody that in our practice. Take your blocks, place them off to the side, take your bolster, place it off to the side, grab one of your blankets, and we're going to fold up our blanket or towel in an eighth. I think this is even less than an eighth fold, maybe a 16th. And let's actually keep that top blanket at the top of our mat. And we're going to come down onto our stomachs, letting the hips rest into this blanket. And then you can either have the other blanket underneath the forehead, or if it feels better to you to stack the palms on top of one another and let the forehead rest on that, you can do that. Letting your elbows come out wide, closing down your eyes. And really find that blanket. Even tilt the hips into the blanket and see if you can create a little bit more pressure. Take a moment to sink your awareness down into your feet and seek relaxation. So maybe you allow the ankles to fall out wide. Maybe it feels better to bring the feet a little bit wider. Find what feels right in your body. And let's come back to our breath. Feel your inhale, extend. And your exhale, release. Taking any organic movements here that your body's asking for in order to really let go. With each exhale, allowing yourself to feel supported by the space beneath you, and really giving the body permission to surrender to the floor. Physically allow yourself to let go, to release, to surrender. I will share that for me, this surrender, it's scary. It's hard. And that's why I come to my mat, to feel this and allow it to be embodied. When I can feel surrender and release in my body, it helps my mind and my heart to know that it's safe to surrender and release and trust and have faith, to allow in the support. And let's lift the head up, reach the hands forward. If that blanket is there, you can just kind of slide it out of the way. Reach the hands forward, and we're going to lift the legs and lift the arms, and then lower back down. And lift the legs and lift the arms. Now, as we're doing this motion, I want you to imagine that you are Superman, Superwoman, and you are flying through the situation with strength and ease and power, and lower. And lift it up and lower. One more. Embody that strength, trust, powerfully moving forward. Let the hands come down. Start to walk your hands toward your body. Sink your hips back to your heels. Coming in for a supported child's pose. So for your supported child's pose, I invite you to take your block, place it underneath your hips. So you might need to open up your feet a little bit more. And then take that bolster out in front of you. And let's come forward onto the bolster. Again, there's the option to stack the palms on top of one another as you let your forehead rest down. Now, see if there's anywhere that you can surrender and release into your child's pose. You may want to bring the right or left ear down and really allow the upper body to sink. And as we're here in this practice, you may have some awarenesses that come to the surface of the mind and the heart as you're letting go, as you're opening yourself up to clarity. Lift the upper body up. Let's change to the opposite ear, down on the mat. You can close down your eyes and really draw your awareness inward, seeking out any area of the body that you can release into, that you can let go of. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders as you press your upper body up. Remove the block from beneath your bottom if it was there. And let's take this blanket and we're going to sit on the blanket, sending the legs out long, and grab your bolster. Hook your bolster to your feet. Now, the first two postures that we did were really about release and support, feeling the support from the space beneath us. Now, what we're going to lean into in the next two postures is resistance. So what we're looking for in the body is resistance, and then to utilize the prop to support us to lean into that resistance. So it's the resistance that can make certain situations challenging. And that resistance can be within ourselves, or it can be outside of ourselves, circumstantial. But when we lean into that resistance, when we don't shy away from it, when we don't run away from it, when we don't allow it to paralyze us, we can see the situation in a new way, in a different way. So let's feel into that resistance. Get nice and tall through the spine, take an inhale, and then on your exhale, hinge forward and find your bolster. And again, we're physically embodying, leaning into resistance. And when we physically embody, it signals to the mind and to the heart that it's okay. It's okay to be still in resistance, to lean into the resistance, to allow time and space within whatever that feeling of resistance is, and to really get curious and create a relationship with the resistance. An awareness that I just had within myself is my resistance is coming from me waiting for a sign, me waiting for guidance to know what the next step is, or really to know, to gain clarity on a circumstance or situation. And so what I just did within my own self, within my own body, within my own being, is I asked the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, the void, myself, for a very clear sign to help me to know what is right. But until this moment, it wasn't so clear that that's even what I was waiting for. I think I knew it, but I didn't really acknowledge it. And I also didn't ask for that sign to come in. And let's bring the head through center. One more. Open up the legs as wide as feels comfortable in your body. And we're going to, again, get nice and tall. So you can use the bolster in the same way, leaning forward. Another option might be your blocks. It might feel better. And you can always use your bolster or your pillow sideways. So that might feel better. But the blocks are another option here. You can stack the blocks in any way that might, so that you're getting the height that you want, and bring the body forward and find that prop so that you can come forward. And again, feel the resistance. Notice the places in the body that you feel resistance, and allow yourself to feel and be in and connected to that resistance. And the resistance is the stretch. The resistance is the body stopping you and saying, that's as far as you're going to come today. That is resistance. Sometimes I feel that resistance in my mind, where I can only see a solution to a certain point. And then I can't see any further beyond that point. And to me, that's resistance, something in my mind, something in my heart, or God or the universe is saying, this is only as far as you get to see. And from that point forward, you have to have faith. You have to have trust. Maybe as time passes, the body allows you to come a little bit deeper into the posture. Feel free to take that invitation by shifting the props or taking any kind of movements in the body. Then allow yourself to find some stillness, find some release, and breathe. Bring yourself back through center. Remove your props off to the side. Take those legs, send them out. Take a moment to pedal them out. Bring in some mobility, bring in some movement. And we'll shift ourselves into our final resting pose. I'm going to keep the blanket underneath the low back and place the bolster underneath the head for a little bit of extra comfort. I encourage you to find whatever feels good and relaxing in your body for this final resting pose. And take a moment to see if having the palms flipped up or down feels better for you. Take a moment to see if it feels better to have the ankles wide or the ankles closer together, to have the feet kind of coming in or letting the feet fall out. As you seek for that comfort within your body, release, let go. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take both hands over the heart space. Take a couple deep breaths. Feel the chest, the heart space expand and release. And expand and release. In this moment, affirm, I am growing and transforming through this experience. As I let go, I see the big picture. I see more clearly. I feel more supported. I feel clarity. Draw your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Grab the backs of your legs as you rock yourself up into a seated position. Ground down into your sit bones, get nice and tall. Let's press our palms at heart center and tuck the chin to the chest. I really encourage you to take time to reflect on the wisdom that came to you throughout this practice. If it came up, it's important because you're important and you created the time and the space on your mat for you to go deeper within, for you to embody surrender, but also create a relationship to resistance. Know that you can come back to this video, this practice at any time. And if there's something really challenging that you're dealing with, I do recommend to come back multiple times. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope that you feel more clarity, or at least more space, more release to be able to see things more clearly. My name is Jill Entignat, the lead trainer and founder at Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio. If you enjoyed this practice, please leave a comment, subscribe, share, favorite, follow. Do what you do on the platform that you are watching. Until we meet again, may your light be your guide.